Good morning and welcome to Lisa Lovestone's Matcha Morning and Bedhead Musings. So, it's Friday. Happy Friday. So the Masters here in Augusta, Georgia has begun. It's been the women's tournament. I think it's really sad that the women's tournament isn't as big of a show as the men's. And I don't know, I know what masters means in this case. It means they're a master at their craft or their hobby. They've mastered it. The winner is the master. He's mastered his craft. And that's what the true meaning of master means. It's a mastery. Maybe they should call it mastery rather than masters, because of the history of the United States and men being masters. Bleh. Anyway, so it's going to be a busy week for me. I'll be doing a lot of pet sitting, and I will be driving back and forth across the river every day, because the Savannah River, because I'll be pet sitting in North Augusta, but I'll be coming back to Augusta into the Somerville neighborhood to take care of some doggies there for an hour every day. Plus, I gotta feed my kitties every day. So, yeah, gonna be busy, lots of driving back and forth. Too bad I didn't get my car fixed yet, but at least my brakes work better. I'm noticing a difference. You don't notice a difference until you get something fixed, and then you're like, oh, But having bought my car that way, I didn't know what to expect. So I'm so glad I went to the car garage that I went to, and they gave my car a good going over, which is what a lot of states do. Like, they're actually required. Like, in many states, they have, like in New Hampshire or Nevada, they have what's called a state inspection every month, and your car has to pass inspection to get the tags renewed. And so, in Georgia, they don't have that. That's part of why we have so much pollution, is our cars are not inspected for smog. There's no smog control here. And boy, the pollution was bad before the pollen started happening, the pollinating. I was way high up on a hill in North Augusta that looked over into Augusta, and all I could see was pollution, just gray pollution. But then when you would come down the hill in Augusta and overlook North Augusta, the pollution was there as well. So, the weather report said that the air quality was bad and to stay indoors. So anyway, if we rode bicycles, huh? Oh, dear, dear, dear. I am making changes. Let me grab this box. So I'm trying to convert everything that I purchased that comes in plastic bottles. I'm trying to convert everything out no longer plastic. So this is the shampoo I've started using. It's a bar of soap, and this is shampoo. And it has, let me grab my glasses. It has coconut oil, I know that much. And it has coconut oil. And pink clay, which is called Argyle Rose. Cleanses and absorbs excess sebum and impurities. Castor oil nourishes and moisturizes the hair in depth. And I use castor oil in a lot of my homemade remedies. As coconut oil, shea butter, cocoa seed butter, castor seed oil, glycerin, inulin, watercress, extract, Indian cress extract. This word, I don't like this word. Methylhydrosmonet. I don't know what that is, but it says everything here is natural. Lanolin, juniper, Virginiana oil, and it does have some fragrance, but it's not like a strong fragrance. It's more of a just all natural fragrant. So it's EWG verified, meaning that this product avoids EWG ingredients. And it's committed to full transparency. Made in Canada. So if you're trying to get rid of the plastic in your life, you can try this. It's going to take me a long time. That's the thing about when you buy a bar of soap, a bar of shampoo, it lasts a long, long time. But the next one I want to buy is the indigenous, the Lakota, have some products that they make too that are all natural, and I want to support them as well. So I want my next bar of shampoo to come from them and give it a try. But I mean, now that I don't color my hair anymore, it's really easy to care for. And I was just gonna let myself go gray at 60. Well, I started going gray at 58 and 3/4. But the weird thing is, when I decided to let myself go gray, I didn't get more gray anywhere else. I was expecting to be really gray at this point, but look at that. But I think a lot of it has to do with the juicing I do and all the water I drink and the vitamins I take and the biotin I take And the smoothies I make, which are with berries, yogurt, soy milk, berries, frozen cherries, frozen blueberries, frozen strawberries. Berries are good for your skin and hair and nails. So if you eat berries all the time, you probably have nice skin. Unless you smoke, then forget it. You're not going to have nice skin no matter what you do. And you're going to smell bad all the time. You can't get rid of that smell. Anyway, so what was my subject today? I got off track and I had a subject. I've been waiting for a subject all morning, and here it is, almost noon now. I think that the reason why Donald Trump is so anti-woke is because when you become woke, one thing that happens is your compassion elevates. When you raise your vibration, your compassion, your capacity for compassion goes up as well. And why would we need a government if everybody was compassionate? We wouldn't. We wouldn't need a government. We wouldn't need to be governed, because we would be so filled with compassion, no governing laws would be necessary. Right? I mean, the Native Americans never needed a government. They had tribal elders who shared the wisdom with the younger people in the tribe. But they had no, there was no governor. There was no politicians taking all the money. They didn't have money. They didn't need money. The need for money is a brainwash that we've been fed, a lie that we need money. It's a lie. We don't need money. We can survive without money. We can have makers and bakers, right? And exchange a loaf of bread for an apron that somebody made. Exchange a half a beef, which I don't eat really beef anymore, but just for the sake of saying it, half a beef for, so much produce from your garden, I'll exchange half beef and you provide me with zucchini, squash, and carrots for the entire summer. As much as I need, not as much as I want to have, as much as I need. All this polyester materials ruining our planet. It's hurting our water. It's poisoning our water. It's poisoning our sea life. We've got to get the plastic out of our lives and the polyester. Polyester is plastic. It doesn't break down. This nightgown is cotton. This nightgown is so old. It's got Tinkerbell. I don't know if you can see. Yeah. It's got Tinkerbell It's cotton. It's old. It's not raggedy. I'm not ready to throw it away. It's still functional. And it's comfortable, and it lets my skin breathe while I'm sleeping. And when I do throw it away, it's going to go right back into the earth. It's cotton. So I thought I'd give my arms a rest and just use this thing. Holding my phone hurts my hands. It cramps them up. So I let myself kind of on purpose run out of mushroom matcha. Big mistake. Thank God I had extra just plain old matcha. But in a sense, it's good because now I can like distinguish between, is the mushroom really making a difference or not? And I can say yes. I can say yes. I sleep better with the mushrooms. I'm more awake. I'm more coherent. I have more energy with the mushroom matcha. I have not had any mushroom matcha for a week, and I'm feeling it. Like this morning, I was like, oh my God, I wish I had some mushroom matcha. Now I'll take my vitamins here and just as soon as I'm done with this. I've got a lot to get done because tomorrow is the beginning of my super busy master's pet sitting week. But I've got to go to the laundromat and wash my bedding, my big quilt, get all my towels washed nice, and just, I like the big washers. You can get everything done in one day, and you can put your big quilt in there. So I'm just going to go to the laundromat and just get it all done. I need to wash all my blankets that I use when I set up my Reiki table. That's another thing I've been kind of noticing. I don't talk much about Reiki. Everything I do is Reiki infused, but I'm a Reiki master, and like I've noticed on some other videos that people are actually doing Reiki. You know, they're do do do, and on video. And our purpose is to raise the vibration of the planet. Now, I do it, and sometimes I do videotape it, but like the last time I went out on the bridge, a couple people joined me there. I didn't videotape it. I probably should have, so everybody could see how you know, the dark entities are constantly trying to rain on my parade. I haven't talked about it at all, what happened on the bridge. Since I can't remember what my subject matter is, I can make that my subject matter, I suppose. There was a girl on the bridge who was mentally disturbed in some kind of way, and she was sitting on one of the seats on the bridge. I'm talking about the pedestrian bridge, and instead of having any kind of like headphones, she had her phone on speaker as loud as it could be, listening to videos of some sort. And she was kind of in the area I wanted to kind of settle into. But I needed to get away from her noise. So I went further along on the bridge, more towards the middle, to get away from her noise. And she had this funky energy, and I didn't want to mess with her. It's like, you're not there, you're not there, you're not there. You know, it's like I know, but I don't want to know. I get so sick of it. I get so sick of knowing where the darkness resides. I fucking hate it. I hate it. I'm sick of it. And, you know, I've sensed darkness almost all my life. And it's exhausting. It is exhausting. Anyway, but it's kept me safe too. To notice it's kept me safe. So anyway, so I moved further down the bridge and I set up, and this guy I've never seen before, he shows up and he says hello, and I'm like, hello. And I'm like, yes. And he's like, I'm here to help you. And I said, oh, great. So he was there to help me send energy. What was this? The 22nd of March? It was the first day of the spring equinox. So that was the 20th or 22nd or something like that. And then another lady showed up with her 3 children from Florida. And she saw my event online and she wanted to do something positive with her children. So they showed up. And we're doing our thing, and I'm drumming the 4 directions, and I brought my singing bowls and my cymbals, and I'm letting everybody make noise. You know, we're sending the vibrations, and I'm sending Reiki into the 4 directions. And that girl with her noise keeps looking at me and keeps looking at me, and I'm like, oh, I just want to be invisible to her. And she walks across the bridge and just keeps looking at me. And I'm like, I know who you are. Go away. I'm trying to do something here. And she walks past me when my drum is facing the other direction. She comes around behind me when my drum is facing this way. She walked real slow, waiting for me to turn to the other direction. When I turned to the west, she came along behind me. Didn't want that drum vibration hitting her. So, or should I say it? And she walks closer and she sits on one of the benches just beyond us, right? And we're kind of like getting finished up, and she inches closer and she inches closer until we're just getting done, and we're just kind of chatting about the experience. And the lady is telling me about, you know, she was finding fun things to do in town. And she was making the comment that she noticed how much destruction had hit this particular area from Hurricane Helene. And the the girl creeps closer until she's on the bench right next to us. And we're all noticing, and everybody's getting uncomfortable and kind of moving this way. And I'm like, I'm not messing with you today. I am not messing with you today. When you shine your light bright, the darkness kind of follows you around. And I just thought, that poor person, you know, very disturbed with the dark energy. You know, maybe, I don't know. You know, sometimes it's like with my sister, the spirits left the body, and all that's there is the dark entity living in that body. I don't know. I don't want to know. I didn't want to know. I just... Not everything is my concern. I was there raising my vibration, raising the vibration of the area, blanketing the earth with a good vibration, with Reiki, love, and light. But now I know that I'm to add Christ back into all my work, and what a difference it makes. It's very empowering. It brings more. Everything rings true. So that's super helpful. Anyway, I was talking about Reiki, and none of my videos are really anything like Reiki in itself. And I'd really like to change that. So when my car is finally fixed, I'll go out to the lake on a weekday when I can be more alone. And I'll do some kind of a ceremony out there. Maybe somebody can go with me. I like to have Connie with me because Connie has a really good vibration, but she works during the day. So I don't know, if I give up pet sitting, I might have a daytime job too. My arms might be strong enough now. I could go into the hospital or the doctor's office as a phlebotomist. I don't know. This unsurety of my pet sitting, like, I shouldn't be unsure because every single month I get by. Every single month I have enough. It's just the unsurety if I'm going to have enough. Maybe it's supposed to be more about trust. I don't know. I just wish that I was financially stable and I didn't have to work anymore because I'm pretty exhausted. I'm pretty exhausted. But in my current state, I'll be working till I'm 80. My rent just keeps going up. My rent is as much as a house payment in some places. If you bought a house 10 years ago, my rent is the same as a house payment. This is not how it's meant to be. We're not supposed to work ourselves to death just to provide a shelter over our head. That's just another part of the lie. It's not how it's meant to be. Anyway, well, I've babbled enough about not much of anything. I'm going to do a card pull, and then I'm going to get myself to the laundromat. I had a wonderful breakfast. I warmed up some leftovers from last night. I went to one of my pet sitting clients' house, and they had made me dinner. They grilled salmon on a cedar plank on the grill, and grilled vegetables and shrimp, and oh my God, it was so good. It was so good. Yum, yum, yum. So they sent me home with leftovers. All right, I guess I'm sorry. I don't think I have anything like words of serious wisdom for you. Sorry. But it's Bedhead Musings, and my brain won't pull out of the fog until I get up and start moving around and take my vitamins and stuff like that. And yeah, without my mushrooms, it's like snail pace. Wow. Anyway, all right. So happy Friday. Have a lovely, beautiful weekend. Stay safe. Get grounded. Get your bare feet out there in the grass, or go hug a tree if you can this weekend. Love, light, blessings. May you stay protected and blessed. Lisa Lovestone out.